Welcome guys. I am Sonder and I am finally back into the world of Outriders. There's been a slight pause in my activity. That's been largely down to the fact that I've not had any sort of vocal cord to be able to speak to you all. My voice has literally just completely went. I don't know if it was just because I was talking too much on these recordings or whatever, but yeah, it's meant that I've had pretty much 10 or 11 days where my voice has been pretty much completely closed, and it's only been the last couple of days when it's started to really improve. So figured I'd give it a day and then give it a try, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do now, and hopefully make some progress. And this is our 10th episode, and we are running on World Tier 4, and that is stuck on World Tier 4. I was noticing I was dying constantly on anything higher. I'm not opposed to the idea of moving up world tiers once I've managed to stabilise with gear and that sort of thing, but just for the time being I am more focused on being able to play the game, enjoy the game, and still have a bit of a challenge because World Tier 4 is still labelled as hard, and obviously in games like this, you know, when you're starting to reach the end game stages, I say that as I die, but when you reach the end game stages, you find that you are essentially put into a position where you need to increase the difficulty to get better gear, but that better gear allows you to increase the difficulty, and that's the gameplay loop, and that's fine. I'm used to that from games like Diablo, and I would be absolutely fine to do that in this game as well, but just for the sake of getting through the story, I'd rather just play it at a difficulty that I'm happy with. So that's exactly what we're going to do for now, and we'll see how things go. If I feel I can pump it up, I will, but for now I need to remember that I've got skills as well. I always seem to forget. This actually is the first time I've played this game since my voice went as well. I try not to play games offline if I'm actively uploading them to YouTube and stuff, so ultimately this is gonna just be me getting used to stuff again. I mean, skills are clearly more than worthwhile and I should be using them a lot more than I am, so that's my first area of focus. The second thing I wanted to just talk about very briefly is the colour balance on the last video may have been quite off. I realised because I'm now running on an HDR monitor, when I'm recording it from a non-HDR monitor, the Windows HDR is actually screwing with the colours quite a lot, and the contrast is, it just looks way off. And the biggest teller was sort of, if you look at the skills along the bottom, you could just see how washed, well, not washed out, how like over contrasty the icons looked. It really didn't look right, and as a result I have gone ahead and just turned off HDR for the purposes of recording this game. Now, when I have been recording games such as Forza Horizon, the HDR has actually been okay, so I think ultimately that might be a game by game basis where we just test it out and see what works and see what looks the best. But certainly in the example of this game, the HDR option for both the in-game HDR option, which I really don't think looks very good at all, the in-game implementation, in addition to the Windows HDR implementation, just combined on this, don't seem to work. So we're not going to be using them any furthermore. So that's that cleared up. So to continue in this quest, we're actually at the next objective point, which was very close to the first one. We're only 5 minutes into the video, so we can capture this point, restock, and continue to make some progress. So let's see what awaits for us. We finished the last episode. We got the cart down to the this area as we progress to, I think it was called was it the first city or something similar sounding to that, and I believe that's where the progress is pretty much going to be continuing to take us towards. So I'm happy to do that and see how far we can get, and hopefully with the difficulty being at a level that I can handle, even though I've already got one death, but let's not talk about that. The ultimate aim is just to see how much we can get into this episode, and if there's a sensible ending point, great. If not, and we're running quite close to our typical maximum time of between 25 to 30 minutes, then I will go ahead and end the video, and we can just always pick that up afterwards. So let's see what lies ahead. Again, I like the fact that I've not moved further forward on a different character, because this is all going to be still fresh to me, and I think that just adds to the experience from a viewer perspective as well, because you're watching me going into areas unknown, and ultimately I'm going to be seeing everything for the first time too. So we'll pick up that gun. Not really got time to look at it because we're getting absolutely swarmed. I really do like the new button layout that I created, where I set Q, E and mouse button 5 as the action skills. I've really molded them buttons perfectly well, so I think if any of you are playing this game and you find yourself in a position where you're like, these buttons are driving me crazy, because perhaps you're not quite used to, I think it was it 1, 2, 3 by default, if perhaps that's not your style, then I would suggest just jumping in and setting them to whatever you're typically comfortable with. So we've got a cutscene, so let's see who this guy is. Looks friendly. Actually looks like a bit of a messed up version of something out of Stranger Things. Let's take him down. Let's get fire skill on him. I'm absolutely rinsing through his health, is that it? I think it was more of just this is a new mob introduction kind of thing, rather than this is a boss. All the bosses have been, I believe, named so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to do that whenever you like in the comments. I don't mind at all. I think it's all in good jest. I'm sure Daisy will pick out a couple of I've got well, more than a couple of times where I've not exactly excelled in my continuity and skills within the game. So let's do just a brief bit of exploration. These sort of games do tend, because the looters do tend to have chests and such to find. So let's have a bit of a mooch about and see if there are any hidden things to pick up. Fully aware of that being the area I need to head to, but let's just have a quick look up here. So there is a chest, so this was worthwhile. And open whilst I'm stood on top of it. There we go. So again, we've got a couple of new weapons. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and take a quick look. Yeah, so I'm using pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much a better weapon already. That's a shotgun. I don't use shotguns, and the other weapons that I've been picking up have been green, so they are not quite hitting the mark, and they don't carry modifications, so not really worth the time in jumping in and doing anything like that. So let's go ahead and continue. So we'll lower the bridge and see what lies on the other side. Oh, there's another checkpoint. Plenty of checkpoints now. There was definitely maybe it's because it's on a lower difficulty and I'm not dying 16 times in between each one. Maybe that's why they feel a lot closer. But let's capture it. We're only 10 minutes in, so we can continue to progress. Right, so set up here. Right, let's make use of some cover, some humans for once. Right, have I got enough range just to get them? I actually think, oh dear. Not great, not great, not great, not great. Retreat! Right. You can go down first. Brilliant. Can I cover? Yeah. Perfect. This has got quite a decent range, which is why I reinstated it on my skill bar. Let's burn absolutely nobody. Nice one. I'm still a bit peeved about the grenades and stuff in this game because they get them and I've not seen anything that allows me to use them. I'm going to assume there's a skill or something that one of the characters has that has grenades or something similar, or a skill that acts like a grenade, because it seems like a rather strange omission. Is he going to be in range? I think he will be. Yep. Let's let him burn. Right, you're next. No, you're not. Oh, I should just have disassembled that, but never mind. Right, let's continue to run. Doesn't seem to be anything else to explore. Looking okay. Let's take these guys down. Just in terms of where this game is currently at, because I know it's had its launch problems. I believe it's fairly stable now. One of the biggest issues I think people were facing, except for the disconnects, which obviously I was experiencing as well and had a bit of a rant about. But the thing I wanted to mention as well was people were apparently having inventory wipes, and in a game like a looter, you don't want to lose your inventory, so I think that was quite a critical one to fix. But it sounds as though they've been able to identify the people that have been impacted by it, so hopefully the people that have lost items will get it back. Maybe my vocal issues came at the right time. I've got a bit of a theory that D.A.I.S.Y poisoned me. Can't quite prove it, but it would explain a lot of things. I know she's going to be watching this, but I think the fact that I've survived the poisoning just goes to show that I'm willing to fight. But ultimately she's the ship's artificial intelligence, so I can't argue. Right, let's get out of here. Right, what have we got? What have we got? Oh dear. Oh, this is an all angle kind of thing. Let's get this guy down. Right, and let's use one of them on there. I actually did some damage to him as well. But still there's someone after this. Right. Understood. Okay, so these guys are next. Oh, that didn't go to plan. Right, there we go. That's them dispatched. Went a little bit focus mode there, but we got the job done. Oh, there's more in the distance. And this guy is named, so we have a boss, Captain Serrano. And he looks like he wants to get up close and personal. I'm not super keen on that idea, so I'm going to run away. Like a yellow-bellied, scared captain. Jump here. Put it on fire. I've got an interrupt as well, which I'm going to make use of in a moment. right now. And let's put a leash on him. Ooh, don't know what that blue thing was, but looks like it was an ability of sorts. Back on fire again. Hello. Oh god, there's loads of mobs. Right, this isn't looking good. Not looking good at all. Right, this is great heights. Right, there we go. Oh, there they all are. Here's the boys. Oh, I'm wondering why my interruption skill wasn't working then. It should have been working. Right, so I'm all the way back here. Great. Let's give this another go. I'm sure this is probably the last bit of this mission, so I'm not super concerned. Oh. Don't get greedy though. Which, when you find yourself surrounded, can't help but feel suggests that you are. Yep. That's okay though. That's okay. We'll give this another shot. If I die this time, I'll probably just cut back to when I get back to the boss, just so you don't have to see me die over and over again. I know how fun that is for some people, but I think the vast majority of you would rather not see the same thing over and over again. But give this one last try. Oh, I really want a new assault rifle. I'd love to see an epic weapon drop. That was a bit of a waste. Right. Okie dokie. Let's progress to stage 2. Oof, that's a lot of damage. Oh. What was killing me there? And this just lets me travel between the waypoints. Right, okay. We're still doing okay on time, to be honest, so let's go against what I said before and just do one last run, and then if I fail this time, I will just do a jump cut. Nope, that's a big bomb. It doesn't seem to be doing as well, that interruption, as it was before. Maybe I had a modification that was doing something to make it better before. That's what I'm wondering. No, that was the bad time. And down. Right. Okay. So, take a brief breather. Must remember, I've also got 2 other weapons here. Now, what are the levels on these? So that's a level 12, level 11, level 9. Right, okay, so using the highest level weapon as a base, which is pretty much what I need to be focusing on. I do like the damage you deal heals you approach. I think that's good. And I have either that not legendary, that rare item in front. I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. I've got to say, in looters, I really much prefer it when the game tells you what the item is when you run over to pick it up. There are some looters out there that don't. That they actually you go over to loot the item, and I'm trying to think of the example. I think it was Anthem. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was Anthem, and you would pick up a blue item or a green item or legendary item, and you wouldn't have a clue what it is until you went back to the base, and then it would tell you. Some games require you to identify the item. That's fairly common in some of these sort of more action RPG sort of games, and like Diablo and such. And that's fine. I don't think that causes too much of a disruption. Although I've never really thought about why they have it as that, but that's what they do. Right. Let's test the range on this. Maybe not. Oh, no, he's only there. It's a good way to bring them out of cover. Nice if there would be a checkpoint here. But it definitely highlights the importance of clearing this area. Right. Ooh, got another queue. Just realised there's a number over it. Keep an eye on that. Because I can get multiple charges, I need to be making use of them. What I might do, let's get the old rifle out. Come on. There it is. Oh, missed him. There we go. Nice. Okay. Time for the big boy. Now, he's already on the map, so I can take some pot shots at him now. See if I can use E. There we go. Use the fire. I was just trying to do as much as possible before he... got into my line of sight. Another cute. There we go. Going down quite quickly this time. Say that as that runs out. Right, okay, it's him down. But there's still probably a whole host of these mobs. There we go. Right. Knew this would be the one. There we go. I didn't really. Right, what we got? We got a new coat. But let's... Did he just set himself on fire? Oh, that was quite good. Right, so I will pick this up. No, disassemble. Right, so I'm going to equip it. No, I'm going to pick it up. There's no... Oh, they are red dots. They're all the way over there. Let's have a quick look. Enemies damage with this. So I'm not using volatile rounds, so... I think it's just, yeah, it's just the same mod, so not to worry. Extra armor's fine. It's better than accepting less. Ooh, that's actually a perfect upgrade because it upgrades my heatwave ability, which I've got on my bar. Perfect. I had not noticed I had that. Oh, that's really good though. But I lose a chunk of armor. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. It just the, yeah, too good to miss. See if there's a way to upgrade it or something when we get back to camp. Okay, let's kill these last couple of enemies. Let's go back to the rifle. Right, there we go. Oh, that's one. Hello. And that's us. We can now retrieve Zahidi's briefcase, activate the crane, and that should be that. Are they both conveniently in the same place? Well, let's lift the cargo. Oh, right, okay. The briefcase is elsewhere. This just allows us to progress.
Hey, Zahidi,
I'm kind of hoping that that's a...
There's a lot of trucks in here. They all look the same.
Ooh, we're at the 25-minute mark.
Driver's side door. Just search them all.
Disassemble that. Let's continue. I'm kind of curious if there's going to be a bit that, like, an extra 5 minutes to this mission or something, because it might literally just be go in here and look at the truck. So let's have a look. Search the truck. I've already killed the boss, so there we go. Right, perfect. See if there's a cutscene. Take it that's me driving. Certainly looks like it if you've watched any of my racing related videos.
Make me dig my own grave next.
This better be worth it.
Oh my god. It's still intact.
The satellite uplink.
The last satellite uplink.
So that's what you were looking for when you found it?
Yeah.
And it still works? How?
The case, it's mu metal. It insulates. It's never been opened, so the electronics inside have been safe from the goddamn anomaly.
So what does it connect to? The Flores. I thought it was all disassembled for the colonization.
Mostly. But we lost contact towards the end. Half of the resources we were meant to have are still up there, trapped in the supply pods. Seeds, electronics, hard drives full of data, all out of reach. We could rebuild civilization with those resources, but they're useless to us unless we can find a place beyond the storm. No. It might sound like a dream, but to those of us that believed, it kept us going.
So this is it. That's why Shira sent me to get you. She wants what's inside those pods. So what do we do now?
Your frequency. I can use it to locate the source of the signal. I need to reach an antenna up high somewhere.
You got one in mind?
Yeah. Eagle Peaks. But, not yet.
I told you. Everyone who goes on this stupid mission ends up dead.
Shame. I wasn't sure if she had survived or not, but evidently not. Well, there we go. That just about wraps things up, guys. That will be a lovely
I won't let you down.
image to use for the thumbnail, so I'll just leave that view intact. And just again, thank you for watching this video. It's been a pleasure getting back into this, and I'm looking forward to making some more progress.
Rest well.
Yeah, so she's definitely well and gone. So, as always, any comments, please do feel free to add them into the comment section and utilise the like and dislike button just to let us know what you think of the video. And if you haven't done already and you love this sort of content, and please do consider subscribing. It's really going to help. We're starting a new channel, building up a community, and we'd love to have you on board. So, thanks again, guys, and I'll catch